Hair's in a man bun right now because I just got out the shower. So while I'm waiting for the rest of me to dry off, figure I'll make a quick little video because I got to go across the street and take a tour to the new apartment complex I'm going to be moving in. This place served me well. I've been here for about a year and a half, but you guys know me, man. It's time to relocate. And when your inner voice tells you it's time to leave, it's time to leave. So, something that I want to talk about today is I want to talk about, the true reason that I kind of dedicated my channel to helping people get it. At least those that can get it. Those that can never get it, y'all are better off fucking going to another channel where they tell you about, praising the Lord and all of your actions in life have no consequences because God will forgive you, and it's gonna be kumbaya when your corpse is in the ground and your energy is in outer space. It's gonna be kumbaya. You're gonna get 20 virgins. Nothing you do in life matters. No accountability, no responsibility, man. Those of y'all that don't get it, get the fuck off my channel and go over there, man. But for everybody else, I want to give you guys a bit of a story time. So I started on this path around when I was 13, 14 years old, which would have been 16 years ago. I briefly talked about this, I think, on another stream. I don't remember. I don't be watching my videos back, man. But I was sitting down, I was playing Final Fantasy Tactics, and my brother showed me a video. Now, the video that he showed me is the video that everybody's seen, man. The Jay-Z, Beyonce shit, everybody has seen that video. Now, I didn't buy anything that was said in the video, which is a good thing I didn't, because everything said in the video was either completely wrong or it mixed the truth with lies intentionally to cause people confusion. But it got me more curious to go further. And by the time I was 17, I fully understood what was being said, and I fully understood what was being done. And they say the truth will set you free. And that's true if you accept what the truth is. I'm gonna be completely honest, man. The old video, those of y'all that are still here from Toontown, the old videos of y'all seeing me just team killing people on that stupid cartoon game, man. The videos y'all saw of me in the past where I was always angry, that's because I was always angry. I fucking understood this shit as a child, and I was always angry that the people around me were just fucking retarded and that they couldn't get it. I didn't understand. Like, I don't think I was born anything special. So why is it that I can see what was going on and nobody else can, man? And that made me hold a grudge against, my teammates, because y'all know I ran track, did wrestling, and ran cross country. My coaches, they kind of sort of knew what was going on, but they didn't, religion blocked them. They were bound by their beliefs, not realizing that their beliefs were established for them time immemorial ago. So, and that really bothered me, because it's like, damn, all the people that I've been told since birth are supposed to know more than me, are supposed to be my guiders, who are supposed to be my leaders, my parents, the fucking religious people, my coaches, like all these people that I was taught, were supposed to know more than me. They didn't know shit, or they knew a little bit and they didn't know as much. So there was a lot of anger there. Now, there was a chick I started dating when I was 19. I did a year in college. I stopped going because it was the same shit. I'm just like, wow, this is an institution where all the most brilliant minds are supposed to be gathering, and these people are even dumber than the people I knew in high school. Now, at the time, I didn't fully understand what alcohol and drugs and medication does to the human body. I didn't understand what it does to the human brain. I didn't understand that you could create artificial mental blockers that can cause mental impurities that can affect a person's ability to learn, for the next couple of years. I didn't know that. But then later on, when I realized what was going on, I understood why the college people were more retarded than the people that I knew in high school. And the people I knew in high school were fucking retarded, right? So there was a chick I started dating when I was 19. You guys have heard me reference her quite a few times in my last couple of videos because she went, to that community and started causing a bunch of shit. Now, admittedly, I shouldn't have dated this chick because she was below what I normally look for, but I was excited, man. I was happy in a way because I have a video called "The First Person I Ever Told the Truth to," and I was happy in a way, man, because it's like I finally had somebody that I could fucking talk about this shit with, right? But this is why real life experience and practical application of knowledge is important, man, because there's no accurate articles on the internet that explain to anybody the differences between men and women. There is a reason that the guys that get chicks get all of the chicks, and the guys that don't get chicks at all, they got to settle for the scraps, man. Because women kind of represent everything about natural law. Women represent everything that I talk about on my channel. There's no articles on the internet that accurately teach you how women are. You really have to go straight to the source. You gotta get close to women, you gotta interact with women, and you gotta be the guy that women desire in order to see how they truly is. Now the reason I say that is because 19-year-old me, I didn't understand that you can't really talk to women like you talk to men. You can't really have these deep conversations with women like you can with men. Well, you can, but the consequence, what I didn't understand and what a lot of guys don't understand is that women, for the most part, they don't really have any opinions on their own, okay? They kind of just copy the opinions of the most dominant male in their life. And if there's no dominant male in their life, they copy the opinions of who they perceive to be the ultimate man above them, God, right? And the reason this is important is because we had long, deep conversations, man. Every night I was happy that I found somebody I could talk about this stuff with. But, after we broke up, she basically went back to how she was before, and it's like all of that went down the window. Now, this continued to happen a couple of because, see, I figured that women would be like me. I figured that the truth set me free, it'll set them free. But that's not how it works at all, guys. Even guys, right? A lot of people want to just run from the truth because once you accept the truth and once you understand that things are only going to get more difficult, right? That breaks a lot of people. Because the only reason people think that they want the truth is because they think things are going to get easier. And that's not how it works, guys. Dying is easy. Lies are easy. Deception is easy. That God bullshit is easy to accept. You can do whatever you want in life because your actions have no consequences and God will forgive you. That's easy. Accepting that all of your actions have consequences and that some of your actions have irreversible consequences, that's the hardest thing in the world to accept. And then living in harmony with the truth is even harder to accept. But people fucking slay me, man. They say that I don't ever admit to being wrong. They say that I'm a narcissist. I'm fucking telling you guys a big mistake that I made when I was younger. And I will continue to make this mistake for a while. Most of my relationships, beyond a certain point, I would tell them the truth, thinking that the truth would set them free. Thinking that once they understood the reality of it all, that they would voluntarily want to live in harmony with what is true after they see the results of doing so. And that's not how it works, guys. Women have what I would call conditional opinions, okay? They'll accept the truth, which is, I should have just called it conditional truth, because they will accept the truth. The difference between men and women, men that are strong, they naturally want to live. They don't want to go through this bullshit. They naturally want to live. So once a guy learns the truth, regardless of who taught it to them, regardless of how they obtained it, they're going to carry the truth with them for the rest of their lives. But that's not how women are, guys. Women, they only want to live under the condition that they have somebody to share life with. Rather that be a man, rather that be children. You know, their condition for learning and accepting the truth is the condition that they're never alone. But what people don't understand is that you're never alone. You know what I'm saying? It's always been you and the universe around you. There's children that were born alone. You know, the parents abandoned them in the wild and, you know, they went and lived with animals. The animals took care of them, man. You're never alone. It's always just you and the universe around you. Now little babies, little abandoned kids, they don't know what deception is. So they're automatically going to do what is natural. And it's really fucking sad because a child that fucking grew up by themselves is going to understand natural law than a child that was raised by an upper class family. But the whole reason I'm going on this tangent, guys, is I made a video talking about the first person I told the truth to. The last person that I told everything to was a chick that I dated in 2021. You guys know her as Hope. And I can tell she still watches my videos because her dad actually commented on one of my videos and left a pretty angry message. But, which, by the way, Hope's dad, I'm going to be up in Michigan in April. You live near Michigan. If you're watching this video and you feel some type of way, come see me, you know, and I would enjoy thoroughly kicking your ass because, and you know, you're not supposed to do premeditation on camera, but fuck that shit, man. This scumbag deserves it. You put your fucking daughter in a mental institution when she was a little kid. You caused your daughter more fucking harm than any other man on this planet could ever do. And you got the brass balls to come on my channel and fucking talk that shit. I hope I fucking see you, man. Yeah, I broke up with Hope 3 years ago, but honestly, she was a good girlfriend. She never really did anything bad to me, but you did a lot of bad to her, man. So even though that relationship was 3 years ago, buddy, you be on my channel talking shit. I'm going to be in Michigan. You live near Michigan. If you feel some type of way, man, I would love to get my hands on you. Now, don't copy the example I just did, guys, because you're not supposed to do premeditation on camera because in Maryland, you know, felonies don't have a statute of limitation. But I want to make this video because I'm going someplace with this, right? So she was the last person I told the truth to, man. And after that, I learned a very important lesson. You know, I was able to accept the truth at a young age and live in harmony with it. But even me, it took me, because I started when I was 14, and honestly, most of my anger didn't really go away until I was 27. So 13 years of living in harmony with the truth. You know, I was angry, man, that everybody around me just didn't get it and that everybody around me kept trying to fucking teach me this bullshit. To the point where all the chicks that I dated and all the friends that I made, you know, I kind of tried to force them on this path. But I recently made a very important discovery. You know what I'm saying? The law was the tree. It had the power to teach man good and evil. It neither placed him in the good, nor did it protect him from evil, but it created death from all who ate from it. Because when man said, eat from this tree, don't eat from that tree, that was the beginning of death. Now, I talk about this in the video, and a lot of people just didn't understand what the core message of that was. Now, in Christianity, you got these two trees, right? You got the tree of knowledge of good and evil, who most people incorrectly say is the tree of knowledge. But it's the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Knowledge of good and evil. Because if you never teach a human being morals, if you never teach a human being good and evil, they'll never know what good and evil was, because it's a human invented concept that doesn't fucking exist in nature. And knowledge of good and evil, it doesn't place you in the good, nor does it protect you from evil, but it creates death from all who eat from it. Because as human beings, we naturally desire freedom. You can't go around telling people what they can and cannot do. That's why when I was in law enforcement, man, the universe ensured that I was there long enough to see what the fuck I needed to see. To confirm, I went straight to the source. To fucking confirm with my own eyes what the fuck I suspected. And I got it confirmed 100% beyond a reasonable doubt. But this is why I'm telling you guys this shit, man. You know, after 2021, man, every chick I've been talking to, every chick I've been dating, every chick that I've had interactions with, I've done the complete opposite now. I don't tell them anything. There was one chick that I was, you know, we were getting pretty serious. I didn't tell her anything. I told her like 1%, not even 1%, man. And that little bit of information, that little bit of free lunch that I gave her, man, it went fucking, she got destroyed from it, man. And the sad thing is, my inner voice told me there was a 70% chance that she could be helped. But because that small 30% chance, she still failed, right? And I'm just like, God damn, this is insane. But honestly, man, I'm not angry anymore. That's why I'm able to make this video. The real reason I like helping people is because, yeah, it's sad when you've watched so many people fail. It's sad that you have to accept as a man that if you start dating a chick and you tell her the truth, if you leave, she's going to go right back to how she was before. Hope literally told me that. She says, well, if we break up, I'm going to go right back to how we were before. And I had to end that relationship because I said some shit the first week we were dating that she never forgot about, that she never got over. I destroyed that relationship and I had to face the consequences of my actions. But at the same time, I thought at the time you could take weak energy and you can make it strong. That's not how it works, man. You have to take strong energy and then make it even stronger. So nowadays, man, when I'm interacting with chicks, and they can already tell something is up, right? Because I started doing this thing, man. Because on the one hand, it's nice to be complimented. It's nice to have your ego stroked. But on the other hand, I also do this because I wanted to verify something with my own eyes, and I verified it 100%, right? People get very confused in real life, women especially, when I tell them how old I am. Because what I started doing, right, is because you know that always comes up, right? When you're talking to chicks, how old are you? And I tell them to guess, right? A chick yesterday took a guess. She thought I was 17. And I'm just like, thanks for the compliment, but no, I'm a good bit older than that, right? And the age ranges are always 17, 18, 19. I mean, even when I'm driving for Uber, when I be picking up the college kids, they be thinking I'm them. They be thinking that I'm a college kid. And it's like, no, guys, in the state of Maryland, you got to be 25 before you can drive for Uber. And, you know, the last time I was at a track meet, it was actually kind of hilarious. You know, I'm standing on the railings, and one of the officials walked over to me and she was like, your team's going to get penalized if you keep standing on the railing. So I'm just looking at her. I'm thinking in my head, team? Yeah, because I'm clearly a runner, right? Well, I do be running, but let me get to the fucking point. I realized that you can't force people to do what they don't want to do. You can't force the truth on people. A lot of children are suffering right now because their parents are forcing what they believe is good on their children. But you can't do that, man. You kind of need to just interact with the strongest energies you can find, and you got to let people do what thou wilt. If this is the path for them, they'll show signs. Now, once they show you signs, you can You can throw things in their ear. You can test how much they can handle. And after they've demonstrated 100% beyond a reasonable doubt that they can handle the absolute truth, that's when you tell them. Okay? And then whatever happens after that happens. Now, that was a long-winded story, but I had to get through all of that to say what I want to say. You know, it took a very long time before I could find people that could fully get it. But it wasn't, but even with them, it wasn't, even with them, it wasn't an easy, even with them, it wasn't smooth sailing, man. You know, people got this misconception that the people that are in my servers are just dick riders that worship me. That's not true at all, man. One of my closest friends, I blocked this motherfucker like 2 to 3 times, and I'm gonna go see him up in Michigan in April. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even the chick that I got a date planned with up there, I mean, even she, you know, we had some rocky, you know, we had some rocky situations. And nothing in life worth having is easy at the end of the day, man. Your closest friends, you're gonna have to battle test them. You know, you're never, and the chick that I dated when I was 19, you know, we went a whole year without ever getting into an argument, and that was a red flag. You have to have disagreements and arguments with the people that you care about in order for you to see how strong that relationship is. You know, my homeboys Mason and Glenn, man, I mean, Mason, shout out to Mason. He'll probably see this video. The first week I dated Hope, we were in a Discord call. Mason doesn't remember telling me this, but he's like, Chris, Hope is retarded, dump her. And I'm like, yeah, but she's a pretty blonde bimbo, you know? Oh man, I've dated chicks of varying degrees of intelligence. You know, I like brainy chicks, and I also like bimbos. You know, I gotta find a healthy balance. But it's never smooth sailing. It's gonna be a rocky shore. But after you get to the island, after you get past all the fucking coral reefs and shit in the water, then it becomes a lot more smoother. So it's very hard to find strong people who can walk this path with you, and it can take a very long time. You know, it took me over a decade to find people that not only finally get it, but didn't stop getting it whenever we had breaks in communication. You know, that's why I made a video talking about why you guys got to find a unicorn, man, because it's sad when you watch a chick that had so much potential, had so much intellect, but the only reason she was trying to live and save her life and accept the truth was because she wanted to be with you. She wanted somebody to share that path with. And here's the fucking reality. To the females that watch my channel, it's nice that you want to have, it's nice that one of the conditions for you to live is that you want to have a man to share it with, and you want to have a family to share it with. A lot of you guys will notice that as your energy gets stronger, you know, women will put you in the fuck only zone where they'll see you as eye candy, where they'll see you as a fuck buddy, but they'll never want to push it past that because they think they'll always have competition. They think that you'll replace them with somebody better later on. And at that point, when a woman tells you that, there is no winning. The chick I dated when I was 19 told me that, right? She was so boldly confident initially, and then as my energy got stronger, as I started obtaining more knowledge about this path, she always told me, you're just gonna leave me for somebody better. And she spoke it into existence, because when I tried to do the right thing and break up with her because I found somebody better, she attempted to jump out of a window and pretend like she was suicidal as a manipulation tactic to keep me around. And then a decade later, when she saw me playing Toontown with Hope, you know, she went ballistic and tried to get me canceled and tried to ruin my reputation. Which it was a failed cancel because I kept making videos for that community after I got canceled, and the videos later got more views than the videos before. The Toontown SJW video, I think, is still one of the most viewed Toontown videos from that era. But I mean, but it is what it is, right? And it's not an easy path, man. A lot of you, there are some of you guys, because I don't think my heart is that big. You know, I try to teach this path to the people that can be helped. I try to help people that can be helped. I try to help my closest friends and whoever I'm dating. But some of you guys have bigger hearts than me. Y'all want to help everybody. And it's going to be frustrating. It's going to make you sad. It's going to make you angry when you watch thousands of people that have so much potential walk back to the path of least resistance. However, to me, there is no other way. Even the ruling elite, man, you know, even with all of the shit they do, they still hide the truth in plain sight. They still give you guys a way to see what is truly going on. They put glitches in the system. They put flaws in the system. Because understand something, guys. The only reason that a kid like me, who was not born in, I mean, I was born in the middle of Baltimore, but I was like in the upper middle class. I was in an upper middle class family. You know, my dad had a pool in the backyard. So on paper, my household wasn't too bad. But you guys got to understand, man, I was still living in Baltimore. I was still living in a chaotic environment. And because of that, I did a lot of shit to a lot of people. You know, it's a miracle that I only ever got arrested for disorderly conduct. It's a miracle that this is the only scar I have on my head from fucking with people. You know, that's why these little Toontown people that think I'm afraid of Freemasons, that think I'm afraid of confrontation, man. I mean, you guys don't understand how I was living, man. Like, I did a lot of shit to a lot of people. That's why it's easy for me to antagonize you fuckers on the internet, because I've antagonized people way more dangerous than y'all. And I walked away from it, man. And I'm not going to make this into a typical black guy, Baltimore City, hood, kumbaya story. That's not what this is about, man. What this is about is the universe rewards the strong. The strongest people always come out on top, and the weak little soy boys always come out on, oh, why did the good die young? You know, why? Oh, that's what I was getting at when I was talking about people getting confused by my age. So bear with me, guys. I'm 30, and people still think I look like a teenager or a young adult in college. The whole reason I brought that up is because when people get little glimpses of the truth, they get confused because they know something's wrong. They know that 30-year-olds are not supposed to, well, let me rephrase that. They know that from what they've been told since birth is that 30 is when you start aging and when you start looking like an old man. So to see somebody that's 30 that can fit in with a bunch of college kids and high schoolers, that throws them off because it triggers something in their mind. Wait a minute, something's not right. And when I say a lot of the shit that I say in my videos, see, the thing is, guys, truth makes you feel a certain way, okay? Truth hits you here. If somebody tells you something and you don't feel it here, you know it's not true. Somebody sent me a message earlier this morning and I didn't feel it here. I knew they were not being honest. And I even asked them directly, you know, do you mean what you said? And, you know, we'll see what that person says to that. But at the end of the day, guys, man, this is the true reason that I like helping people, because it set me on a better path. You know, it really did put me, I was on the path of destruction when I was a kid, man. I mean, you people that think that y'all were going to meet me as a teenager and we were going to get along and we were going to sing Kumbaya songs. There's one chick named Charisse who I knew in high school. She started following my channel back when I was in high school. Because when I was in high school, that's when I made those Toontown videos. Charisse knows the type of school we went to and the type of environment we went to, and she probably heard from some of my friends some of the shit that I was doing. If she still watches my videos, then, you know, who knows? Maybe she'll leave a comment and she can verify what I'm talking about. But probably not, though, because she was religious. And I've made it pretty apparent that I'm not religious at all. So I'm on camera saying that your God is flat out lying to you. I'm not saying religion is lying to you. I'm saying that your source, your God, is lying to you. But the truth, I accepted the truth fully, and even though it took a while, it made my life a lot better. It got to the point where I learned how I can just look young forever, man. How I can just keep looking like this. You know, keep getting the girls confused when they ask me my age and, you know, they find out that I'm, you know, 10 years older than what they think, you know. And the girls that are 30, they be trying to little boy me. There was an acting job I had with a chick that was my same age, you know. Well, actually, she was a year younger than me. She was born in 94, I'm born in 93. And she was trying to little boy me. You know, she kept talking to me as if I was a lot younger than her. And I just let her think that, right? Now, we're friends on Facebook, so I think she eventually found out that I'm older than her. But it's like, and it's a good visual for me, man, because when women hit 30, they really, I mean, they start getting wrinkles. They really start to age. So, and it doesn't have to be like that, guys. But the main weakness they have is that they don't want to accept the truth unless they have somebody they can share it with. And they don't just want to share it with anybody, man. See, what a woman ultimately desires is that man that she's sexually attracted to be fully committed to just her. Now, the strongest females on planet Earth can get that, but a lot of these girls, man, they don't have the skill points or the experience points to not only attract that man and get a relationship out of him. So as a result, even though nobody really wants to see that ultimate consequence, because they're too weak to pursue what it is they want, that is the consequence that they face. So, you know, hopefully the people that watch this video and watch my live stream tomorrow, they get a better understanding of what getting it means. Because at the end of the day, man, I want to help everybody, but I know that's not realistic. I mean, even recently, these last three to 4 years, man, y'all heard the story I just told y'all. Even the chicks that I'm interested in right now, I have to restrict what I say to them until they've demonstrated that it's, you know, because if you tell the truth to people that can't handle it, you just make their lives way worse. So I've been very patient. I've been very restrictive. As a result, I've met really good friends and we're closer than ever. It's challenging to meet a woman who's willing to accept the truth. Because the thing is, right, you have to want it because you want it. You can't just want it under the condition that you get rewarded with a man. It doesn't work like that. Same thing with guys. You have to want to help people because you want to help people. You can't want to help people under the condition that you'll get rewarded. Okay? Do what thou wilt. All right? I don't expect to get anything from showing people the truth, from putting people on this path. But I know what it did for my life. I know what it did for my body. I know what it did for my skin. You know, I looked older when I was younger. And a lot of people have commented that when they see my older pictures. Because, yeah, I was on the path of destruction. But at the end of the day, man, I'm not looking for any rewards for helping people. To me, there needs to be some balance in the universe. With everything in society trying to teach people lies, there's got to be some balancing forces in the universe to show people that there's another way. Now, none of my friends do this shit, but that's okay, man. Anyways, my inner voice is telling me I've said enough. You know, one of my friends 2 days ago, he said it again, man. He said, Chris, to the people that get it, you say too much in your videos. to the people that don't get it, you don't say enough in your videos. I figured out how to say what I've been finally wanting to say in a manner that doesn't give anybody that doesn't need it free lunch. I'm going to say it tomorrow in my live stream, and I want to do it live because I already know there's going to be some people that are going to have some questions. So I finally got some free time tomorrow. I'll do a nice long live tomorrow. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Peace.